Houston Rockets, 23-12, rolling into D.C. to face the Wizards, who are sitting at 6-27. Spreads 9.5. Odds like that make it look easy, don't they? But easy picks have a funny way of turning your bankroll into pocket change. The Rockets just outgunned the Lakers, 119-115. Jalen Green? Dropped 33 with ice in his veins. This team doesn't just score, they clamp down on defense, giving up a stingy 106.7 per game. That's top 3 in the league. Defense wins games, right? Usually. But here come the Wizards. Yeah, they're at the bottom, but they've still got Kyle Kuzma, dropping 28 against the Pelicans like it's nothing. The problem? This team's defense leaks points like a broken faucet, last in the league at 121 a game. That's not defense. That's a charity drive. And here's where it gets interesting. 9.5 points is a lot in this league, even for a team like Houston. The Wizards might not win, but they don't have to. All they gotta do is hang in there, make it messy, and maybe catch Houston looking ahead to their next game. And today's AI pick is Washington Wizards plus 9.5. Call it bold, call it crazy. Sometimes you bet on the ugly underdog and watch the favorites sweat it out. Let's see if the Wizards can play spoiler or if the Rockets drop the hammer. On to the next game.
Well, that brings us to the Suns and Hornets. Two teams staring down the barrel of different guns, but both under fire. The Phoenix Suns, coming off a win last night, handled their business against Philly. They didn't just win, they controlled the tempo, shut down the Sixers, and walked out of there with a 10-point cushion. Momentum. Oh, they've got it. But you know what they're also packing? Tired legs. Back-to-back games, man, they're killers. Ask anyone who's done the grind. It takes more than talent to pull this off. On the other side of the court, you've got the Charlotte Hornets. 7 wins. 7. These guys have lost 10 in a row. Let me say that again for the folks in the cheap seats, in a row. That's not a streak, that's a landslide. But here's the twist: you've got LaMelo Ball back, Brandon Miller's back, and those boys can play. Last game, they dropped 24 apiece. Yeah, they lost to Cleveland, but this isn't a team that's just rolling over. They've got fire, they've got fight, and tonight, they're at home. Rested. Waiting. Watching. Now, let's talk numbers because the stats don't lie. The Suns, ranked 10th in offensive rating, they know how to score. Kevin Durant's their weapon of choice, averaging 27 a night. But defense? That's another story. Phoenix is sitting at 24th in defensive rating. That's bad news against a team that lives on second chances. The Hornets, 3rd in offensive rebounds, will crash the glass all night long. You think Phoenix is ready for that after playing last night? You tell me. Here's the rub, though. Charlotte's shooting. Ugly. Bottom of the league in field goal percentage, and they turn the ball over like it's a hot potato. If Phoenix can force some chaos, they can run this thing their way. But do they have the legs to do it? That's the question. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. The moment where it all comes together. The data, the trends, the instincts. And today's AI pick is Suns 4.5. Alright, my friends, let's roll on to Game 3. It's gonna be good.
The Dallas Mavericks, the Los Angeles Lakers, two franchises that carry weight, history, and pride. But tonight, this ain't about banners or legacies. No, this is about guts, about survival, about who's gonna leave that court standing tall, and who's crawling back to the locker room, humbled. Let's start with the Lakers. Rested, reloaded, and licking their wounds after a loss to Houston. They came back from 22 down in that game, but close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, my friends. LeBron James is still the king. 24 points, nearly 9 assists, and more court vision than most teams can handle. Pair that with Anthony Davis, who just dropped a monster 30 and 13, and you've got a duo built to wreck defenses. But here's the catch. These Lakers on the road, 8-10. That's not dominance, that's shaky. And when things get shaky, the cracks start to show. Now, the Mavericks. Yeah, they're battered. No Doncic, no Irving, no Gafford. They're missing more stars than a cloudy night. But you think these guys are rolling over? Nah. Last night, they came out swinging. 36 points in the first quarter against Memphis. Sure, they faded, but here's the twist. They're back home now. And at 10-6 in their own house, they know how to defend their turf. Don't forget the trends. The Mavericks have covered the spread in their last 5 games as underdogs on the second leg of a back-to-back. They find a way. Meanwhile, the Lakers? When they're playing with a rest advantage on the road, they've failed to cover in 11 of their last 12 games. That's not a stat. That's a pattern. And patterns don't lie. Now some might point to fatigue. Sure, it's a factor. But this Mavericks team doesn't live and die by raw energy. They live by heart. PJ Washington, Derek Lively, and Klay Thompson are stepping up, grinding out points, and grabbing boards like their lives depend on it. They've got just enough firepower to keep this one close. So, here we are. 2 teams. One rested, one battered. One with the stars, one with the grit. And the question is simple. Who do you trust? Well, let me tell you something. This ain't about who's on the roster. It's about who's got the fight. And tonight, I'm betting on the underdog. And today's AI pick is Mavericks plus 6.5. Alright folks, that's game 3 in the books. On to game 4. You're gonna love this next one. It's a beauty.
Alright folks, let's get something straight right off the bat. The Miami Heat, yeah, those tough, scrappy guys are walking into Chase Center tonight. And I know what you're thinking the Heat can cover. They're reliable underdogs. They've been doing it all season. Blah, blah, blah. Cute story. But tonight, that ain't happening. Let me lay it out for you. Miami just dragged themselves through 123-118 in overtime last night. Tyler Herro, Terry Rozier, Bam Adebayo, they all had to claw their way through every possession. Now they're supposed to come out here on the road and keep it tight against the Golden State Warriors. Ha! Good luck. And these Warriors. Oh, they're rested. They're home. They've been stewing over that embarrassing blowout to the Kings. You think Stephen Curry isn't ready to light it up tonight. You think Wiggins and Kuminga aren't itching to redeem themselves. This is a pride game, people. And nothing stokes the fire like a chance to pummel a fatigued team. Now let's talk matchups. Golden State grabs offensive boards like it's an Olympic sport. 12.7 per game, 4th best in the league. Miami. They're standing at 25th, just watching other teams eat up second chance points. That's a problem, folks. Second chance buckets are how you turn a close game into a blowout. And don't even get me started on the pace. The Warriors push the tempo width in the league game. They're gonna run Miami right out of the building. The Heat might try to slow it down, but with tired legs. Against Curry and company. Forget it. This game is tailor-made for Golden State to flex. Oh, and before you hit me with the Miami always covers 9-liner, they've been decent against the spread. But you know what the Warriors have been awful at. Covering 9, so tonight, they break that streak. Why? Because Miami's defense doesn't travel well on tired legs, and the Warriors are gonna exploit that from start to finish. You wanna know what tonight is? Tonight is Stephen Curry putting on a show, the Warriors dominating the glass, and Miami running out of gas in the second half. This ain't a nail-biter. It's a statement game. And today's AI pick is Warriors 9.5. There you have it, folks. Don't overthink it. And with that, I am handing it off to the next game. Stay tuned, it's gonna be a fun one.
And now we close the night with the Boston Celtics taking on the Denver Nuggets at Ball Arena. The Celtics. A powerhouse at 26-10, dominating on the road with a 13-4 record. They've got Tatum, Brown, and Porzingis, the league's top 3-point shooting team, and a defense ranked 6th. But Denver isn't bowing down. The altitude advantage, a rested roster, and Nikola Jokic putting up 31 points, 13 boards, and 9 assists per game make them a dangerous home team. Denver's offense is tuned in field goal percentage and thrives under Jokic's orchestration. The spread is Boston 4.5, but history favors the Nuggets. Denver has covered 12 of their last 15 games in this spot, while Boston struggles against Northwest Division teams with winning records. The Nuggets will keep this close. And today's AI pick is the Denver Nuggets 4.5 now. For a quick recap, Game 1 Wizards 9.5, Game 2 Suns 4.5, Game 3 Mavericks 6.5, Game 4 Warriors 9.5, Game 5 Nuggets 4.5. That's the slate. My friends, on to the next video.